Hello, everybody. It is Badger Wild, and we are back with another Space Engineers ship build tutorial video. We're going to talk about a little tutorial I had brought up to me by, let me see, Corrigan88101. Was asking, would you do a how-to video on the sweep wings? That's something I'm struggling with. And sure, yeah, that's what we're doing today. So without further ado, let's get started. So building forward swept wings is really not as difficult as a lot of people may out to be sometimes. It is confusing because when I wanted to build forward swept wings, it took me forever to figure out how to do the angular forward swept wings because most of the time when you see someone do forward sweep wings, they'll take like a part like this and they'll just put it in there and they'll work from there. The way you do forward swept wings with the angles is you kind of take this piece, and it's very counterintuitive, but you start with this one first, and then you just start building off of that one piece. So we'll get this one in next, and we'll do this one, and then you just repeat the process on the other side. Let me get this back here. And you do that, and that's how you start getting forward sweeps. You'll start getting that forward swept wing look, and you just kind of build it out to where you want it to go. And the other thing is also when you're building these forward sweep wings like this, one of the things you're going to want to do is you'll find a stopping point at some point in the build where you'll have something like this, and you'll be getting to that really good stopping point area. And so the next thing I would say is when you get to about this point where you're going to stop and you're going to build the next set of the wing, get to where you got the first square. Now normally what you could do is you could go back the same direction and you would just have a nice thin wing. But if you want to do the gradual wing like I put on the Timberwolf, the way I do that is we first go here to this one block, and then we start adding these blocks in. And that's what creates that forward sweep effect to the wing. But then it gradually gets bigger as the ship just gets larger. And so then the next thing you can do is just right here. Just start adding in the blocks you need to make it a little bigger. Upgrade all this stuff. Do that and that. Or if you want to, you can do another thing. Like I said, you see how the wing is creating that forward sweep effect. Now, if you want to create the big section in the back here, the easiest way to do that is just go back to number 7 on here. As you can see, I've got like all this stuff numbered out perfectly fine. And then you just attach that section there. And you can add just a slightly bigger slightly longer. Nope, that wasn't the right one. I'll get it eventually. And then you can add that section there, which creates another forward sweep. It just creates several angles. Creates a lot of different options for your wings so that your wings look really interesting on your ship if you're wanting to make like really cool wings. I forgot this one piece right here. We'll just slap this in here like so. And you've got a nice forward sweep wing. You can do that, and you're also free to go in kind of a little deep. You can knock that out. One of the reasons why I like forward sweeps, I like having wings on my ships or fighters. A lot of times is because I can put decoy blocks. Like I can just take a decoy block and just slap it right in here because that's a single block size. And then you just cover that in plate right there. And you can do all kinds of nifty little designs and all that. You can run this back into the vessel. You can build these out as far as you want them to go. Now, I have noticed something on Space Engineers where as, whoops, that was the wrong one. Whereas, as I was working on the ship, I would notice that my forward sweep wings kind of hamper the turn rate, so you will have to put a couple extra gyros just to make it turn real good. Just remember to use those as armor for something on the ship that is probably sensitive, i.e. probably your hydrogen tank, your batteries, stuff like that. But other than that, this seems to work probably the best for making forward sweep wings. Like I said, the longer you build them, the thinner and more aerodynamic they look. But you are going to have like some stability, like turning and stuff. So you will need some type of, you'll need a lot of gyros just to get the thing to turn. But gyros can work as armor anyway. But like I said, yeah, this is how you build the forward sweeps that I like to build. So if you guys have been interested, wanted a tutorial on how to do it, they're not, like I said, they're not difficult. That first shape right there is the one you got to work with. You just have to take it and you got to stick it in just like this when you put it in there. Just like that. That's how you start your forward sweeps on any of them. If you want to connect that forward swept wing into the build, like you want to put a nice little run down there, it's very simple. You just add like a 1 square block. Probably will pull this back up again here in a minute so I can just show y'all how this works. You could just pull up one of these blocks here, and you can see that has the same effect of turning it there, and then you can make a turn with that if you want, and you can just turn that in and just start running a small lip down the side if you just want to make it look more aerodynamic. Kind of makes your ship look more like a Russian SU something or other, whichever one that is. But yeah, that is basically how forward swept wings are done. They're fairly simple. They're also fairly large. You can pack some stuff into 1 block wings. You can actually put decoys in there. You can run piping to different weapon systems. You'll notice I do gimbaled weapons sometimes on my ships. This is a great way to put turrets on the bottom, undersling turrets underneath your wing system, so that when your ship flies in, it just starts annihilating things with just concentrated fire. So it's a great little method of putting, that forward sweep, neat looking effect on your ship. If you also, I've kind of thought about taking this at some point in time and using the forward sweep to build like a nacelle type ship with a good amount of solar power to keep the ship going, and have some hydrogen nacelles to power the ship and push it through space. So that's been an option. But like I said, this is one of those simple things you can do with the ship systems or with the blocks in the game that can just create a very interesting effect. It can take a kind of a okay looking ship and make it look really cool. The reason that got me started on doing this was the sprite. And if y'all have ever seen, I think it's either the sprite or the pixie. Can't remember. Let me pull that up for a minute. I think it's pixie, actually. Yeah, it's the pixie. And the pixie caused this to happen. And you'll notice it has a forward sweep wing, but its wings are just kind of stuck in one direction. And it's got the sweep forward in the back, that little dip, but it doesn't have it in the front. The front is just like a straight line wing. And so this kind of solves that. It makes a little bit better looking wing. Like I said, you pull this out, a couple more blocks, it gets really thin, and it gives you that bulk and thickness that you need with a ship. I am planning on building a very small, very, very fast, hard-hitting fighter at some point. Something really small, something akin to Battlestar Galactica. I think I've gotten some cool ideas over the past several weeks. Took off, went vacationing, went to see some family. They had kind of an emergency. They had a medical emergency, so we took a vacation early. And I've had time to sit back, think, come up with some cool ideas, and be looking for a new ship design in the future. Let me pull this sun around here so I can get a nice picture for y'all, so you can see exactly what we're dealing with. And that'll be well, that would be a good thumbnail. Hang on a minute. There we go. And so now we have a very good thumbnail for, if I can get over there. Now we have a good thumbnail for the video. But yeah, if you guys like the idea of forward swept wings, do leave me a like, do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. When you leave the comment, if there is something you want to know how I do on some of my ship builds, and want to know how I do it or why I do it, go ahead and ask, because it just gives me a video to give you guys, and y'all seem to like the tutorial videos more than you like ship reviews. I know people, there's a subset of y'all that love the ship reviews, and there's a lot of y'all that like the ship tips or the build tips videos that I do. So anyway, thank you all for watching. I am Badger Wild saying this is how you do forward sweep wings. Hope to see some awesome forward sweep builds start popping up in the workshop. And as I figure out how to get back into the mode of doing videos where I'm not stuttering and going blank every 5 minutes, I'll be sure to get that done as quickly as I can. Anyway, I am Badger Wild saying stay safe, stay frosty, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye for now.